So this shall be my second video for the Disney month thing, and I am going to give you some facts about Disney World. So you might find this very interesting, or you might find it a little bit boring. Your opinion. So number one, there are tunnels under Disney World, like the Disney World of Florida, that allow employees and cast members to move between the different areas. Now the reason this happened was that the tunnels helped the costume cast members avoid incongruities. That's why you never see Tomorrowland cast members in Frontierland, and vice versa. It was apparently Walt Disney's idea. They didn't want to destroy the magic, which makes a lot of sense. None of the shops in Disney World sell gum, which is why you never see any stuck to the rides or sidewalks, which I think is a good idea. You want it to be a happy, clean place. You don't want gum all over. No, that went to a link bad. No, stop it. I'm clicking the wrong thing. Let's see. There are thousands of hidden Mickey Mouse heads throughout Disney World and the surrounding resorts. Sometimes you find them, sometimes you don't. You have to look around in 10 more corners. There is never a trash can more than 30 steps from where you are in Disney parks, in California or Florida or whatever. Allegedly, Walt Disney himself went to other parks and watched how long people held on to trash before dropping it on the ground and found that it was only 30 steps or so. So he decided to put a trash can no more than 30 steps away from you. There's actually a secret suite inside Cinderella's castle. It cannot be booked, so don't try. It is only used for promotional giveaways on like TV shows and stuff. Despite the fact that it's illegal, several people attempt to spread the ashes of the deceased on Disney rides every year, which isn't a good thing at all. 14 of the opening day attractions in the Magic Kingdom are still running, so that tells you how great Magic Kingdom is. The 14 attractions are Country Bear Jamboree, I did not go to that. Dumbo the Flying Elephant, they got to go on that. Frontier Shooting Arcade, Jungle Cruise, Mad Tea Party, Peter Pan's Flight, Prince Charming Regal Carousel, Swiss Family Treehouse, the Hall of Presidents, the Haunted Mansion, which I did go on, Tomorrowland Speedway, Walt Disney World Railroad, Walt Disney's Enchanted Tea Room, and It's a Small World, which I did go on, and makes your brain want to die. But I recommend going on it because it's kind of like a thing. You have to go on it. At one point, the parking lots at the Magic Kingdom were named after 6 of the 7 doors. There was never a dock lot because designers thought it would be confused for the fairy docks. The lots have since been updates and are all names after popular Disney heroes and villains. Devices called smellitizers can be found all over Disney parks and emit scents in certain areas to match the surroundings. You'll notice the scent of baking cookies, vanilla around Main Street, USA. I forgot where that is. Salty sea air and lime for Pirates of the Caribbean. Fresh citrus on Soaring, which you can smell. It is a beautiful smell. And burning lumber near the scene depicting the fall of Rome on Spaceship Earth, which I did not go on that trip. The colored concrete walkways in the Magic Kingdom seem to correspond to each section, but they're actually colored because Kodak and Disney did a study and found that light reflecting off colored concrete creates more vivid photographs. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh attraction replaced the Mr. Toad's Wild Ride attraction, and you can see a painting of Mr. Toad handing the deed over to Mr. Owl in line for the ride. There's also an image of Pooh posing with a character named Molly, who appeared in the Mr. Toad's Wild Ride attraction as well. So that's lovely. In Frontierland, you can see a wooden leg labeled Smith. In a reference to Mary Poppins in the movie, Bert says, "I knew a man with a wooden leg named Smith." And Uncle Albert responds, "What's the name of his other leg?" If you look closely at the second story windows near the Hall of Presidents, you'll see 2 lanterns. They are referencing the line, "One if by land, and 2 if by sea," from Henry Ward Wordsworth Longfellow's poem Paul Revere's Bride. The brownish winding path in Liberty Square is meant to represent raw sewage that flowed down streets of colonial America since indoor plumbing wasn't invented, which is disgusting. While most of the lawns at Disney parks are meticulously tended to, the lawn at the Haunted Mansion is left to grow out and die to match the mood of the ride, which makes the smart day. Look for a wedding ring embedded into concrete and lie at the Haunted Mansion. It's said that it belongs to the hanging bride you see in the stretching room and attic scenes on the ride. That is probably not at Disney World. I think it's probably at Disneyland. Toy Story characters used to drop to the ground when guests yelled, "Andy's coming!" But the practice has been discontinued for safety reasons, because they didn't want people falling on their heads and dying. It took an act of Congress to install the presidential seal in the Hall of Presidents attraction. There are only 3 seals, if you want to know. 1 in the Oval Office, 1 in the Hall containing the Liberty Bell, and 1 in the Hall of Presidents. If this video is too long for you, leave now. There's a galactic communication network phone in Tomorrowland that plays messages from around the galaxy. Tomorrowland is becoming a movie with George Clooney. I might see it, I might not. I don't know. I really don't want to read all of these messages. They are too long. The futuristic palm trees in Tomorrowland actually fold up at dusk and unfold at dawn. Epcot was originally designed to be a model community and home to 20,000 residents. You could still see a diorama for Walt Disney's vision on the People Mover ride. There is a secret basketball court for staff in the upper third of the Matterhorn ride at Disneyland. The World Showcase at Epcot may seem full, but there's actually room for 8 additional countries. 1 between Mexico and Norway, 2 and 3 between China and Germany, 1 between Germany and Italy, 1 between Japan and Morocco, and 1 between Morocco and France, 1 between the United Kingdom and the International Gateway, and 1 between the United Kingdom and Canada. So, it's nice. The 1982 book Epcot Center, A Pictorial Souvenir, limits Israel, Equatorial Africa, and Spain as continental pavilions. In the United Kingdom pavilion, the rose and crown got its name from the 2 most common words found in pub names in the United Kingdom. It's very true, the crown has a lot of them. The massive castle structure behind the German pavilion at Epcot was meant to house a boat ride that simulated a trip down the Rhine River. Probably doesn't anymore. The aquarium in the seas is so large that the Spaceship Earth sphere can fit inside it. That is a big sphere, and if it can fit inside that, go in the aquarium. You can see a dragon on the sides for Animal Kingdom and a dragon's head hanging above the front gates. They were there to represent a scrapped area called Beastly Kingdom, which was going to be dedicated to mythical animals. If you think that should come back, comment about it! I think it should come back very much. On the dinosaur ride in Animal Kingdom, there are 3 pipes in the queuing area with chemical formulas printed on them. The formulas on the pipes are for ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise. I should look for that next time. The 14-story Tree of Life in the middle of Animal Kingdom is actually an old oil rig, which is kind of weird. And that is it for Facts About Disney World. Hope you found this very nice. And if you want to see more videos like this throughout March, subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment, say what you liked about this video, what you learned, and what you would like to know more about Disney World. And I hope you share this with your friends. I will leave a link to other Disney facts in the description, to my Pinterest page, and to my Tumblr page, which may consume your life. So enjoy this and learn more about Disney.